let's do this. Let's proceed to the next tool in our data preprocessing toolkit, which is about encoding categorical data. So first, let me explain why we have to do this. Let's open the dataset again. And as we can see, this dataset contains one column with categories, France, Spain, or Germany. First, you might guess that it will be difficult for a machine learning model to compute some correlations between these columns, the features and the outcome, which is the dependent variable, and therefore, of course, we'll have to turn these strings, these categories, into numbers. So one idea would be to encode France into 0, Spain into 1, and Germany into 2. However, if we do this, our future machine learning model could understand that because France is 0, Spain is 1, and Germany is 2, there is a numerical order between these three countries, and mostly it could interpret that this order matters. Whereas, of course, it is absolutely not the case, right? There is not a relationship order between these three countries, France, Germany, and Spain. So we want to avoid the model to have such an interpretation, because that could cause some misinterpreted correlations between the features and the outcome which we want to predict. Therefore, we can actually do much better than just encode these three countries into 0, 1, and 2. And the thing that we can do better is actually one-hot encoding. And one-hot encoding consists of turning this country column into three columns. Why three columns? Because there are actually three different classes in this country column, three different categories. If there were, for example, 5 countries here, we would turn this column into 5 columns. And one-hot encoding consists of creating binary vectors for each of the countries. Let me explain this right away. So very simply, France would, for example, have the vector 1, 0, 0, Spain would have the vector 0, 1, 0, and Germany would have the vector 0, 0, 1. So that then there is not a numerical order between the three countries. Because instead of having 0, 1, and 2, we would only have zeros and ones, and therefore 3 new columns. I'm going to show you, of course, what we're going to create. We're basically going to replace this country column by 3 new columns containing the zeros and ones encoding each of the countries. That is called one-hot encoding, and that is a very useful and popular method to use when preprocessing your datasets containing categorical variables. So that's the first thing we'll do here for this country column. And then remember that there is also this purchased columns that has labels, non-numerical values with yes and no's, and we will actually have to replace them by zeros and ones. And that's totally fine for the dependent variable as long as it is a binary outcome. It is super fine. It will actually not compromise the future accuracy of the model if you just replace no and yes by 0 and 1. Okay, so I will teach you how to do these two things. And first, let's start by one-hot encoding the country column here. And there we go. Let's create a new code cell for this new step, encoding the independent variable. Alright, so to do this, we're going to use 2 classes. The first one is the column transformer class from the compose module of, once again, the scikit-learn library. And the second class is the one-hot encoder class from the preprocessing module of the same scikit-learn library. So first, let's import these 2 classes. So we have to take them from scikit-learn, from which we're going to call first the compose module, there we go, from which we're going to import that class we're interested in, which is, as Google Colab guesses perfectly, column transformer. And then from scikit-learn once again, we're going to get access to the preprocessing module, perfect, from which we're going to import the one-hot encoder class. And now we're going to mix these 2 classes in order to do this one-hot encoding on the country column. So let's do this. You cannot actually really guess how we're going to do this. So let's implement the solution together. The first step is to create an object of the column transformer class, and therefore we're going to create a new variable here which I'm going to call CT, which stands for, the object of the column transformer class. So CT equals, and now of course remember to create an instance or an object of a class, you have to call the class itself, so column transformer class, there we go. Now since it is a class we have to add some parentheses, inside which we have to enter two arguments. So these two arguments are first transformers, where we will specify what kind of transformation we want to do and on which indexes of the columns we want to transform. And the second argument is remainder, which will specify that we actually want to keep the columns that won't be applied some transformations, meaning age and salary. So let's do this. Let's first enter the names of these two arguments. The first one is transformers. There we go, this one, transformers. I'm going to add a colon here, and then let's just add the next one, and then we'll input them. The next one is remainder. This one, exactly. And now let's input them. So for the first one, transformers, we actually have to specify three things. First, the kind of transformation, which is encoding. Second, what kind of encoding we want to do, which is one-hot encoding. And third, the indexes of the columns we want to encode, meaning country, the country column. So we have to actually input all that in a pair of square brackets and then some parentheses. So that's just the format expected by this transformers argument. We're actually going to enter here a tuple, of three elements inside these parentheses. The first element is, as we said, the kind of transformation, and to specify that we want to do some encoding transformation, we have to enter here in quotes encoder. So that's the first element. Then second element, we simply have to enter the exact name of the class that will proceed to this encoding. So I'm going to copy this because this is going to be exactly the second element expected here. And I'm adding some parentheses because that's a class. And finally, the third element inside this tuple of parentheses is in a pair of new square brackets, the indexes of the columns we want to apply one-hot encoding. We want to transform. And so these indexes, of course, are only one index. It is the index of the country column. The country column is the first column of our matrix of features. And remember that in Python, indexes start at 0. Therefore, this country column has index 0. And that's what we have to enter here. Only 0. All right, so that's all good for the first argument here, transformers. The transformers argument is equal to all this, in square brackets. So great. And now the second argument, remainder. So here we want to specify in quotes the following code name, which is pass through, and which is a code name that will say that we indeed want to keep the columns that won't be applied some transformation, that won't be one-hot encoded, which are of course age and salary. If we don't include this remainder equals pass-through here, then when we apply the transformation on X, we will only keep the first three columns resulting from one-hot encoding. And of course we want to keep age and salary into our matrix of features. That's what it's used for. Okay, so good. Now we have our city object. It is of course not connected yet to our matrix of features X, and so that's exactly what we want to do. But there is actually some good news. This time we don't have to do it in two steps, by first calling a fit method from the object to connect our object to the matrix of features X, and then apply as a second step the transform method to apply the transformation. No, this time we can do it at once, because our column transformer class actually has a method called fit transform, which will do exactly the process of fitting and transforming at once, at the same time, so that's perfect. Let's use this. And to use this, well, of course, we have to call first our city object, from which we're going to call this fit transform method, which will get as input, well, of course, X, because that's what we want to transform. We want to transform the matrix of features X, inside which we want to one-hot encode the country column. Perfect. So now two things to understand. Well, first, this fit transform method will of course return as output the new matrix of features X with the three columns, one-hot encoding the country column. And therefore, since that's exactly what we want to get as the new matrix of features X, well, we're just going to update this new matrix of features X. So that's why I'm adding here X equals the result, the output of this fit transform method. But then we have to do one more thing, which is related to the fact that the fit transform method actually doesn't return the output as a NumPy array, and it is absolutely compulsory to have X as an NumPy array because this will be expected by the future machine learning models which we're going to build. You know, in order to train the future machine learning models, where we're going to use a train function, which is actually called fit, and this train function will expect the matrix of features X as a NumPy array. So here we want to force the output of this fit transfer method to be a NumPy array, and to do this we simply need to call, well, NumPy first, which has a shortcut name NP, from which we're going to call this array function, which will take as input exactly the output of the fit transform method. Alright, so now all good. Now we apply correctly this transformation to one-hot encode the columns of this matrix of features X. Let's check that right away by creating a new code cell and then printing this matrix of features X. There we go. Now let's run this cell and then running the next one. And what do we see? Well, we see exactly what was expected here, meaning that we no longer have the first country column with the text, you know, the 3 countries here in strings. This time we have, as we said, 3 new columns. So I don't know if you can see it well, but that's the first one, that's the second one, and that's the third one, where each row encodes one of the 3 countries. So actually France, you know, that was the first row. France is encoded as 1, 0, and 0, you know, a vector of 1, 0, and 0. Then Spain is encoded as a vector of 0, 0, and 1, and Germany is encoded as a vector of 0, 1, and 0. You see the unique idea for each of these 3 countries thanks to these 3 columns here. And that's exactly the idea of one-hot encoding. We not only turn our countries into numerical values, but also there is not a numerical order thanks to these 0 and 1s here in 3 columns. So that's perfect, and that will provide the best results for our future machine learning models. All right, so congratulations, now you know how to one-hot encode some categorical data. Now we're going to quickly do another encoding for the dependent variable because indeed it has a text format, no and yes, and we would just like to convert these strings into 0 and 1 respectively. And to do this, well, that's very simple. We're going to use another class called label encoder, and which will exactly encode these no's and yeses into 0s and 1s respectively. All right, so let's do this. Let's create a new code cell here. Let's scroll down a bit. Here we go. And now let's encode the dependent variable. So as we said, we're going to use the label encoder class, which we get from the scikit-learn library again, from which we're going to call the preprocessing module, from which we're going to import, well, there we go, the label encoder class. Then, exactly as what we did before, we're going to create an object of this class, which we're going to call LE. And to do this, well, we simply need to call the class label encoder. There we go. Then some parentheses. Then good news, we don't have to input anything in the parentheses because, you know, we will just need to enter directly y because it is only one single vector. So it will be obvious what will be needed to encode. And so there we go. Let's do this. Let's first call our object LE, from which we're going to call, well, good news, once again, there is a fit transform method, which we can call directly on y, and which will exactly convert the no's and yeses, you know, the text inside numerical values. And this time we don't have to have a NumPy array because this is the dependent variable vector. It doesn't need to be a NumPy array, you know, as what is expected by the future machine learning models. So we can just set the new y to be what is returned by this fit transfer method applied to the old y with the texts no's and yes. All right, let's check this. Let's create a new code cell just to print our dependent variable vector y. Let's run this cell first and then this one, and let's see if we get 0s and 1s. And yes, indeed, we get the 0s and the 1s, right? No corresponds to 0, and then 1 here corresponds to yes, right? Then it should be 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so all good. So now you not only know how to apply one-hot encoding when you have several categories in one of the features of your matrix of features, but also you can do a simple label encoding when you have, you know, 2 classes which you can directly encode into 0 and 1, you know, a binary outcome. Alright, perfect, congratulations. Now you have an extra tool in your data preprocessing toolkit, the way to encode categorical data. And now we're going to move on to the next tool, which will be to split the data set into the training set and the test set. So digest this, and as soon as you're ready, meet me in the next tutorial.